So hello, this is Luke, the guy on the screen talking, and this is an episode where you pretty much get to hang out with me, and I get to show you a project I've been working on called the Skyscraper Tree. Here it is, to your left, my right, and it is a project I've been working on for about 8 or 9 months now. And it's been in my head for a couple of years, just kind of refining it. And it's really cool to actually see it in person and come to fruition. It's just been really awkward and fun and awful and quite the journey getting to this point. So believe it or not, I'm actually really excited to be sharing this with you. So let's jump right in. Here I am removing a nail. That's right, a very exciting prospect of a guy on the screen removing a nail. Here we go, you can do it. That's right. I've actually been waiting over 9 months to remove this nail, so this is a very exciting moment for me. I don't really care how you feel about it. Okay, leave me alone. I'm opening my Christmas present. So here I am actually really excited to be removing these wires that are wrapping around all of the seedlings. Here I'm pointing at the wires to show you exactly what I mean. There's a few layers of these going up the whole length of the tree. So I grabbed the pliers and I started untwisting, but I noticed that the bark was breaking from the pressure from the twisting or whatever. So I decided I need some snippies, some cutters. I got some really nice new sharp cutters just for this project. And there they are, beautiful red handles. And I cannot tell you how much of a rush it was cutting this wire. It was like an absolute rush of dopamine or serotonin to my brain. I've been sitting there for the last 9 months watching the trees grow, and this wire was totally digging in because the trees grew quite a bit more than I was expecting, but that was all part of the experiment. This was really just a big learning process for me. This is a prototype. I wanted to know if this prototype would even work, and here you can see that the wire dug in a lot into the seedlings. That's how much they grew. That's how much pressure they were pushing against the wire. So here you can see there's quite a large groove, and the seedlings were fusing together. So it's technically a success. They're watching me. So yeah, the Air National Guard likes to fly their helicopters around me, and you can see that big oak tree in the background. They like to use that as kind of like a marking post for when they're flying around. They're always turning at my property for some reason. But anyways, back to the tree. I was really tired of removing nails, so I decided to take a break and take this epic shot of the tree. And in case you're wondering, these are Japanese maple seedlings. They are my personal favorite type of tree, and they also have an affinity towards being able to fuse together. This tree was actually inspired by a special type of bonsai tree called a kabudachi. A kabudachi is where you bind a bunch of seedlings down by the roots, and they will eventually fuse together to become one tree. So yeah, kabudachi are pretty cool. Go check them out. There's the tree, there's me, and don't forget to clean up your messes at the end of the day, and have a good rest of your night. All right, we'll catch you later.